Ever wonder what not to do in a Linux system? Today I'm going to show you 10 commands that can actually wreck your system. And I don't recommend doing this at home, of course, unless you don't care about the system, and it's your system to do whatever you want with. But this is also for educational purposes only, of course. And also just want to make sure that I'm using the virtual machine to run these commands. So let's get started. I'm in a virtual machine running Manjaro Linux. Okay, let's do the first command here. Let me go get it up here. Might have to do sudo or sudo. If we do that, that's going to erase the entire root directory recursively, meaning all the directories are going to be erased, and also it's going to force it to be erased. Let's try it. Here we go. It kind of gave me a little warning here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it didn't let me do that, but let me check something here. Okay, so the solution's kind of looking at me right there. So let's copy this. Let's run the command again, but let's see, do this time. Now let's see what happens. Okay, we've got a little bit of a pause here. Let's see what it does. Here we go. Permission denied. Well, so far it looks like it kind of took out everything. So that's one of the reasons you never want to run that. So let's go on to the next, and I will be right back. Let's see what the next command is you don't want to run. So this one here, what it does is the fork bomb creates a lot of processes endlessly. Let's see, let's do this. Okay, let's see what happens. First, I want to fire something up here if it's in here. Okay, let's see what happens. So far, nothing yet, it seems, but let's keep a lookout. Try this. Oh, it did freeze up a little. Now looks like everything's kind of frozen here. Now fire up another terminal. Let's see. So basically, it just makes endless processes, and it can be dangerous because it can freeze up your system, and it makes overwhelmingly a lot of processes happen and all that stuff. So then, basically, you'll have to do a hard reboot. Yeah, this one's froze up. Now, so I'll go ahead and shut this one down, and then I'll go to the next one here. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm inside another virtual machine here. Let's fire up the terminal. So this next command, it formats the partitions as ext4. Let's take a look here. Okay, so I've found something that I can try here. Different file system. Let's try it. See if it'll wipe everything out. So resource is busy, but anyway, if you were to do this and be successful at it, then you can actually overwrite your file system and it'll wipe everything out. So yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. So I'm just going to move on to the next one. So I will see you in the next part here. So I'll be just a moment. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to have it attempt to overwrite the disk with zeros. So let's take a look here. Take a look at the command. Might have to do sudo, but we'll try it this way first. Okay, let's give this a shot. Let's try it. Okay, maybe let's try it this way. Okay, so this next command, it's basically going to try to move the root directory into the void, so it says. So let's take a look at that one. Actually, let's do this here. See if this will work at all. Okay, let's try this. Okay, that doesn't work there. Anyway, what that will try to do is it'll move the directory into the void, essentially. So that's definitely not something you want to do in real life. But I'm going to see you on the next one here, so it'll be just a moment. Okay, so here's a command you definitely don't want to run necessarily. Basically, it's from a unknown, or basically a site that you're not really familiar with, let's say, for example. And that can cause problems if you just run the script right away, so let's do that. Let's see what happens here. Well, let's try putting this in here. So basically, all that's trying to tell you is that basically you don't want to blindly trust like a remote script or something like that, because it can potentially have malware or viruses, stuff like that. You definitely don't want to do that in real life. But on this one, it didn't really do anything, but still, definitely don't want to open a script from an untrusted site. Let's try this next one here. What this does is it actually makes everything writable, readable, and executable for anybody. So basically it opens up your system to any kind of security risks and stuff like that. So it leaves your system wide open to everything. Try and do this, see what it does. Well, it looks like it's doing something here. Yeah, it looks like it's actually doing it, so you definitely don't want to do this on an actual system, though. This might take a couple minutes. Okay, that finished. And on this one, permission, or, operation not permitted, but... Well, let's see. So, operation not permitted. Let's try this. Definitely don't want to do that, but did it here, of course. So let's try another one. Okay, so this command here that I'm going to do, it's supposed to corrupt the drive pretty much instantly. Let's see if it does that. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work here. I'll be right back. Okay, let's try this again here. It says permission denied. Okay, well, let's see. Let's try a different command instead. Got the star or the asterisk there. You can barely see it. But anyway, it's there. So it deletes everything in the current directory. So that's, I'm in the home directory right now. So if you went to the wrong location, like /etc or home user, which I'm in, it's irreversible. You want to delete all the files in your home directory? Yes, let's do it anyway, just because. Or let's try this one. Now let's try the command here, see what it does. Oh, I cannot remove. Oh, we tried. But anyway, yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that in the etc directory or the home user directory because it's irreversible. But once this is done, I'm going to see if I can do that in the etc directory. Now let's try the command and see what it does. So basically, if I were successful, then I would have a dead system right now. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Okay, let's see if I can successfully run this command. Because what it's supposed to do, it executes an array of code, and basically it's a security nightmare, it says, for user-controlled systems and stuff like that. So let's see if it does anything. Anyway, you definitely don't want to use that though. So these are the commands you definitely don't want to run in Linux. If you successfully execute them and they work, then, which some cases they can, that's definitely not a good thing. Well, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Also, consider donating to my Patreon, and I will see you later. Ah, man, nothing works. Let's try this one. Terminal emulator. Let's see if that works. Oh, that works, sort of. File system, there it is. Anything on the menu definitely seems it's not working. Try this. Looks like this system is toast.